Now, if you're unfamiliar with the DMC's franchise, like me, and I explain to you how this game started, I swear to God, you are not going to believe me. Because literally, I don't even understand what the writing process here was for the first 3 minutes of this game. We learn about a demon who managed to hold off the entire legions of the underworld by himself, and he's just swinging his sword in front of PNG fire. We then cut to a woman who is scantily dressed, jumping out of the sky in front of a store. Oh my god, the store's named Devil May Cry. I just got that. Oh my god. Keep in mind, she is 10 feet from the store. She then proceeds to get on a motorcycle, drive through the door, and break it. Our main character, Dante, is sitting there and he proceeds to ask her if she needs to use the bathroom. She reveals that Dante actually is the son of Sparta, then electrocutes him and stabs him with his own sword. She picks up her own motorcycle that she drove in with her two hands and throws it at him. Dante shoots the motorcycle so fast that it gets launched back and explodes on her. She gets up and explains to Dante that she isn't his enemy. And it hasn't even been 2 minutes of the game. Dude, I was laughing so hard. I was giggling like a schoolgirl at this. This is so stupid. Woman lady who is named Trish and strangely looks like Dante's mother tells us that the leader of the demons, Mundus, was resurrected 20 years ago. And apparently he's been waiting until right now to take over again. And he's been plotting on Mallet Island, which was owned by some guy. What's his name? Okay, I looked it up because in the game, there's like a place called Castellan's bedroom. But Castellan just means owner of a castle. I don't know who owns this castle, but Mundus, his plans are here. He's opening the underworld portal in the castle on Mount. The cutscene ends, and we just appear in front of the castle. There's no transportation. You appear here, and something becomes very clear. The camera angles are fixed, meaning the developers set them when they made the game. So if you're walking through any room, you go into any area, the camera will just appear in that area and will be looking at Dante from that angle. Meaning you can't move the camera. You can't. Which, enter the castle, there's some locked doors. One of them needs red orbs, which just serves as the tutorial for movement in the game. You can jump around, wall jump, you can ledge hang, collect all the orbs you go in. Now I'm not going to harp too much on the keys or the collectibles for the doors, because 90% of them in this game are literally like 10 steps away from the door that they need to open. Now, this game is a hack and slash, so its main focus is the enemies and the combat. So you counter some puppet enemies, which you can just stun lock into an infinite combo. Go to this room with the plane, and we can go start our first gauntlet. Doing this gauntlet, I learned pretty quickly that the only combo in this game is just hitting Y 3 times. I mean, like, there's other things you can do. There's like a backslash, and there's other stuff I was playing around with. But mainly just hitting Y 3 times just does stupid amounts of damage compared to anything else. Like, even the guns, I thought you'd be able to weave in shooting enemies through attacks. But for now, the guns we have just don't do enough damage to justify even using them unless it's on, like, a ranged enemy. For now, though, we continue and we explore this little side hallway area that connects to the courtyard. And all the collectibles and all the doors we're unlocking is leading up to getting the lion seal symbol to unlock this door and get into the tower. We get introduced to the Wraiths. For the Wraiths, though, there's a silver lining. We could see this sword sticking out of this painting right here. The picture of a demon. It says that the weak will swear loyalty and give their heart to it. It then jumps out of the wall and stabs Dante straight through the chest. Didn't the sword say the weak swear loyalty to? The first new weapon, Alastor, has officially been unlocked, which also gives us the demon mode Alastor, which slowly regenerates our health and gives us just an insane amount of damage. It's with Alastor we can now enter the room with the lion seal, go across this bridge, counter these cool ass enemies. We then can now pick up the lion seal, finally. boss fight? Where was this thing even hiding? That's it.
What a big surprise. I hope for your sake you got something inside that big body of yours.
It's called fat. Now, I had a lot of fun during this boss fight. It's a giant magma spider that can swap between a spider form and a scorpion form. It can also shoot you down. And the name of the game is to get in close and hit it in the mouth because its legs are too hard for Dante to do any damage. And at some point, I had picked up a Vortex Dash, which I could use with the Alistor sword equipped. And I was just melting him, dude. Look at this damage. And we actually don't kill him here, too. He just fucking leaves. Back in the courtyard, there's this demon cat shadow. We can climb up the tower to the bedroom of the Castellan, where Dante looks into a mirror and he sees this evil shadow version of him. Now, Dante recognizes him as someone of guts, who is named Nello Angelo, and he beckons him to come outside and fight. This was also another really fun fight. He goes around swinging at you, he can shoot at you, and he can also parry you. You know, kind of a little thing to stop you from just spam attacking. The only problem is that he runs around the arena, and there are platforming segments. Holy shit! Platforming in this game is actually just horrendous. The OST in this fight was also really good. I just wanted to mention that before I one-shot him. After seeing Dante's amulet, which he received from his mother, though, he just dips. Like, he leaves. And the Shadow Cat, the Panther Demon, is back with a timer on screen. Now, this Panther hurts you if you hit it with your sword, so you're only supposed to shoot it. I thought we were supposed to just sit here for 3 minutes and wait for the timer to tick down for the Panther to leave. No. The 3 minutes is actually to a key that you need to get to a door in time. And honestly, the door is like every other collectible in this game, just like 10 seconds away. But yeah, that took me 2 tries, really stupid. It leads us to the sewers, where you have to kill this wraith for a collectible. I got jump scared by the fucking spider that was somehow down here. He chases you all the way. I spent like an hour trying to do the secret mission, which I still don't know how to do. But finishing this area gives us the key we need to go access the roof area. The spider returns once again for a final fight. Obviously, he's back again. It's a little bit harder. He has more health. He does more damage. But my old, just spamming in the face method was working. And after we defeat him, falls to the roof and gets fucking impaled. Holy shit. Death then gives us the important item we need to open the bridge and leave the castle. He also gives us the grenade launcher, which is the main ranged weapon I use throughout the game. Inside of the castle is this massive open area with some lizards that you can break their armor with the grenade launcher. But I want to talk about this fucking room right here. This room is the culmination of this game's just terrible camera system. Like, these cameras, you'll be walking down a corridor and they will just flip 180 degrees. And because you're holding forward, the camera will flip and you'll just walk backwards into the other camera. You just get stuck in this fucking loop. And it happens while you're doing parkour. This room has these moving platforms. And Dante, if he gets a running start and does a full jump, can make it onto them. But they're moving at the same time. So you have to fucking perfectly time the jump on top of perfectly positioning your character so that when the camera flips, you'll be able to change directions and jump at the right time. I gave it like 4 tries before I was like, fuck this. I went into the room before it, and I was just killing the lizards until I got enough red orbs for the fucking double jump that Alistor provides. Playing through that platforming segment with the double jump was a really unique experience. But the silver lining is that we get Ifrit, the second demon weapon in the game. We then get jumped by this bird boss, which has a really sick design, who just flies around with electricity, and he's kind of annoying, honestly, to chase down and make him fall down. But either way, I'm assuming the devs wanted you to use Ifrit on this boss. To be honest, though, I never used it. The damage didn't justify giving up the healing that Alistor provides, and the only time I really used it was on these ice lizards, in which it has a very niche fucking damage multiplier on. Defeating the bird and going into this fog maze, which took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out actually how to get through it. Leading to our second confrontation with Nello Angelo, which, like the first time, I actually was really enjoying myself. This was a really fun part of the game. Which led into the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The next mission gives me this fucking jump scare of an infographic. This infographic is so confusing, but I'm going to try and summarize this for you. First things first, the vertical controls are inverted. Why? Secondly, your character is forced into first person. Your jump key becomes a push forward key. Your attack button now dashes your camera to the left or right. And to even hit anything, you can only use your gun, and you have to be in aim mode and hitting the shoot button at the same time, and you can't move while you're shooting. It was literally my first S rank mission because of how fast I just wanted to get out. This does lead to an admittedly really fun part though. On top of a moving pirate ship where you fight the Wraith boss from before and the bird. I don't know why, it was around this time that Alistar just started doing stupid amounts of damage. Like, legitimately just shredding through everything. The two bosses were just fucking paper. One water level later, and some messing around the Colosseum to get some items, though. We can get to the Colosseum to fight the bird for the final time. And this bird, honestly, I wanted to talk about the design. I don't know why, I just really dig the empty, exposed ribcage and the multiple heads just basically congealing together to make a cannon. I thought it was really sick. Like, I really like the artwork for this guy. What's his name? Name is Griffin. There's a lot of stupid names in this game. This appears for the first time and fucking smites him. Like, literally explodes him, while Trish just appears in the background. Back at the castle, we see Clone Dante, and we fight him, who was so weak that I genuinely forgot he existed. Like, just looking at the footage now, I'm seeing him. I don't even remember fighting him. He was that much of a pushover. After this, we get to the third boss, which is literally the worst boss of the entire fucking game. I was raging so hard at this boss. You have to hit these little circles on the wall to keep the lights lit so you can damage him. But to damage him, he shoots out a little fucking orb that is inside his hitbox, so you'll be hitting it and getting hit at the same time. It's so annoying. Back and forth, hitting the lights, going back to hit the little orb, all the while he has these really dumb attacks that just make no sense and are designed to hit you if you're running towards the light. Also, he has this one attack that's literally undodgeable. You just have to keep the lights on for him not to do it, which makes you go into this little mirror world where you have to kill all these skeletons, and then you have to fight a boss that you fought before. The worst part is you're gonna have to fight him later, because every single boss you have to fight 3 times in this game. There's a silver lining though. After this boss and this dragon puzzle, we get to go into the mirror dimension. We get to fight Nello Angelo for the last time. Such a nice learning curve, just figuring out when I could go in and actually hit him, as well as a lot of his attacks are just fun to dodge. Like, there's this sword one that one-shots you if you get caught, and all of his attack combos as well, which you can hit out of. I always love that in video games when you can hit a boss out of their combos. Makes you feel like you're actually doing damage. This boss took me the longest amount of time out of any of the bosses. This guy just fucking hurts, man. He just hits you for so much. On top of the fact that he is so fucking badass. I don't know, he just stood out to me as just a cool guy. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it feels like this should just be cheesy, but I don't know, dude. I don't know what they did. There we go. Oh, oh my god, my dad was shit. Kill him, he drops the necklace that her brother has, which I'm assuming is his brother, you know, a mirror evil twin. We also unlock Sparta, the coolest weapon in the game that I really wish I used more, but Alistar was just so broken. And the other part of the mirror dimension, we also encounter this just beautiful room. They are flying behind me, and it takes so long to turn around. Please! Who made this? Beautiful room then combos into the stupid fucking slime again. And we fight these stone mask guys who I don't know if they're bosses or not. They were very easy. Just grenade launcher and the masks break. I get the last piece of the puzzle we need to open the underworld. Then we gotta fight the fucking slime again! 2 times in a row! It was even worse though, because if he's on the roof and the lights aren't on, he just does an attack that automatically does half of your health. While we're fighting him too, Trish betrays us. But it doesn't fucking matter that she betrays us. I don't care about the lighting she's shooting in. The cutscene turns off all the lights, so after she turns it off, it is a guaranteed half health just takeaway from his stupid roof attack. Dumb slime dies, and we save Trish even though she betrayed us because she has Dante's mother's face. We have all the pieces to go to the underworld. We go to the underworld, it's just a gauntlet of a bunch of enemies we have fought before and these annoying tentacle guys that grab you. And we get to the room that has the door to the final boss, but it is locked by a giant beating heart, which we later learn is Mundus' heart. And I have no idea how or why he took his own heart out, or maybe Sparta carved it out, and used it as a lock to his door. We enter his pristine castle. We see that he's kidnapped Trish and he's torturing her, but the shackles are unlocked, so she's just like she's just sticking there, and like he talks to us.
Silence!
We now get transported to a completely different fucking game. Like, genuinely, what is happening? You are flying, the controls are fucking inverted again, and you're shooting him as he's... Like, I don't even know... How would you describe this? I gave it one attempt before I learned that if you just need to charge up your demon state to do damage to Mundus in this phase. So I just bought a bunch of stars and just spammed it down. It took like 30 seconds. Next part really makes up for the, whatever the fuck last phase was. Because now you get to fight Mundus as an actual boss. And you get to use Sparta with its demon form, which does just so much damage and has like stupid amounts of range. The range attack also for some reason does like a stupid amount of damage. Either way, you're jumping across these platforms and fighting him. I used the yellow star here, because you know I kind of want to just try to test out the power-ups. And the invincibility star is just so broken. Literally, you're just there for 30 seconds, you're invincible, and you can just fucking spam attacks. So this part of the fight was also pretty easy. With Mundus dead, we return to Trish's body, and we give her our mother's necklace, as well as the Sparta sword. And there's a fucking explosion sequence countdown that goes up. 5 minutes to escape the underworld and leave the castle before everything blows up and we have our assured death. We're running back, we get back to the plane room, and the floor breaks.
The gate has been opened. Dante, you are not getting away. This is where you will die.
Mundus is still alive.
Mother.
Dante, use my power! It looks like we have a winner.
Jackpot.
After escaping on the plane, we cut back to the Devil May Cry shop, which is now named Devil Never Cry. And I'm assuming Mundus saying he's gonna return has something playing with DMC2. Either way, this game is honestly really fun. Like I didn't think I would like it this much. This game was really, I don't know, it was my type of stupidity mixed with my type of combat.